Hello friends, this is the game I played today. Okay, so in this game I am playing black. Okay, so let's see what white plays and then I'll respond to it. Okay, so d4, d5. Okay, and here knight want to capture this and attack this pawn, but it is protected by the queen, so nothing to worry about. Okay, so I want to take the bishop out of the pawn chain because later on if I move this pawn e6, then bishop will be trapped. So that is why I take this bishop first uh, out of the pawn chain. So it will be more effective in this way. Okay, so f4, f4 attacking this pawn, and maybe later on this bishop knight will come to b5 and then attack this pawn, and it will fork and capture this knight rook. So that is why it's trying to plan, but right now we have if that happens, then I can bring this knight to a6 to protect this pawn on c7, so that nothing to worry about. Okay, so I just push this pawn to free this bishop. Okay, mostly I can pin this knight and stop all the activity from this knight. So that is my planning in the opening. So let's see what white plays. Okay, so this is it is for two purpose. First, as I said, I don't want this bishop to come here and check. And secondly, this knight will come to b5 and then attack this pawn. So I don't want that. That is why. Okay. So he also plays the same thing, a3, just to prevent my bishop from coming and pinning this knight. Okay. So let's see what next. Okay. So I develop my knight, and white develops his f3 knight. Okay, so why this? Because first thing, I want to develop my bishop if he captures it, and second thing, I want to remove this particular pawn so that I can attack on the queen side. So my plan is to attack on the queen side, also move this pawn and attack on the queen side, because I'm going to castle on the king side. That is the reason I played this c5 move. Okay, now he want to capture the bishop. So the idea is, if he captures the bishop on g6, then h take b6 and g6, and we'll have a nice open file for the rook. So it is okay if he captures it, doesn't matter. Okay, then h takes, and now we have this open file to attack. Okay, so he develops the bishop. So now development wise, white is ahead because he got 3 pieces out and I only have 2 pieces out. So I'm going to develop my knight. White attacks the bishop. Bishop goes back. Okay, so I have to capture this pawn. So there is a chance that the bishop will come here, but still I'm not worried. Okay, because I want to attack From this I can say check, but I cannot capture this this particular knight, because if I captures, then bishop captures, so I cannot do anything with that. So he defends, and if queen takes this pawn, then knight takes, so cannot do anything for that also. So to me to successfully attack this king, this knight must be moved, and the only way knight can move is knight comes here and then captures this particular rook. So I have to sacrifice the rook in order to continue my attack. So that's okay. Um, so there is a nice outpost for on the e file e4. So knight on e4, and if bishop captures, then I can capture this knight. Okay, because if bishop captures and this pawn captures, knight will come here and say check, and later on capture this rook. So I don't want that. So anyway, the knight comes here, which is expected, and knight captures the rook. So now I can attack this pawn on c3 check, and then okay, now this bishop is attacking this pawn, and there is a chance that this queen is also attacking this pawn, but only the bishop, two bishops are the defenders, which I have to remove. If I remove these two defenders, then I have a good chance of attacking the king, because king is not castled and it's now totally exposed. So let me do that. Let me remove these two defenders. Okay, first I will attack this bishop and I'll capture this one. Make sure that these two bishops are gone, and I can continue my attack. Okay, so I'll capture that. So if he captures here, if h takes, then this rook takes. Okay, this rook takes, and then queen takes. Okay, then I can attack from here. I can attack this. I can attack from here, and then capture this rook, and later on I can capture the queen also. So that is a nice attack. But if he takes from this side, if he takes from, if f takes this knight, then this will the pawn on e3 is exposed, and if I remove this defender, then I can attack this e3 pawn, and I can probably mate in 1 or 2. Okay, so let's see what happens. Okay, he took with f pawn. So what I have to do is I have to remove this defender, this bishop, and then I can launch attack from here. Launch attack on the e3 pawn. I can attack on the e3 pawn. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to play e4, and then bishop comes to b4, which is a blunder because it shows it's a blunder. The reason is I can now capture the e3 pawn check, and now it's a checkmate. Okay friends, it was a nice game and I hope you learned something. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.